Hello, subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Roommates. Just to make sure that you guys know, I decided to go and do essentially a double take this week, where I would go and upload Chaos Head, which showed up about 30 minutes prior to this. Main reason for that was, one, because I missed Chaos Head last week, and I wanted to try to have it so that Chaos Head would be going up again next week without essentially messing up my schedule. But let's see exactly how this schedule works out. Let me go and actually make sure I have my dice. And if I recall correctly, from one of the events, we came to the conclusion that we would essentially be going with Sally for this playthrough. Somebody requested that I go and do a playthrough going for Anne, and I will be doing that after I finish this one. But let's go ahead and, like I said, start the week. Oh, and we instantly get thrown into an event right away. Okay. You know what? I think this is going to be a good week. For a change, I'm actually getting out the door without running into something crazy delaying me. The last few weeks have been ridiculous. Everyone else has already gone to class, so I lock the door behind me as I head out. Or, at least, I thought the others had gone off to class. It looks like Sally's coming back. And she's definitely smuggling something. I know that look very well. Jacket clutched at her chest, eyes darting all over the place, slightly hunched over like she doesn't want something to fall out. I walk out the gate and give her a wave as I turn toward my class. Oh, Max, hey, I forgot a book. Wow, she's pretty terrible at lying about it, too. Sally runs past me and heads to the door without looking me in the eye. I can tell she's struggling to keep her jacket closed and get into her pockets at the same time. I suppose I could go over and help, but that just means getting tied up into whatever crazy scheme she's going on today. I just don't know if it's worth it. Well, this is Sally, so we're going to be playing the event no matter what. Basically, any events that will increase relation with Sally, we will be playing no matter what, since Sally is essentially our target this time. So we'll play the event. Who am I kidding? When have I ever run from trouble? I think that should be from when have I ever ran from trouble? I think, personally, I don't know. I sneak up behind Sally as she struggles to hold her jacket closed while I open the door. I don't think anybody will care that much about a bag of weed, so what? Crack? Max, you jerk, don't scare me like that, and shut up, it's nothing of the sort. Sally struggles with her jacket for a few moments, looking around shiftily. Everyone else is gone, right? It's Dominic's TA day, right? I think so. Why, Before I can finish my sentence, I hear it. A small whimper, like a small dog whining. Is that what I think it is? Sally sighs and opens her jacket, revealing a tiny puppy. Well, that's certainly not what I was expecting. I can tell. Crack. Really? I was just joking. Where'd you find him? He was just wandering the street down by the main avenue. What? Did you ask around about him? Of course. I don't just go around stealing dogs. I didn't say that. Anyway, he was about to go wandering into traffic, so I scooped him up. I looked all over, but nobody claimed him. I don't see any tags or anything. Who would abandon a cute little guy like this? I don't know. It happens a lot around college towns like this, though. People get a pet and then have to move away for some reason. They just abandon the poor animals. Sally looks like she's about to cry just thinking about it. Well, for now, let's get him set up inside. Come on. I forgot to set my timer. So, one second, let me go and set that. Clock timer, we'll set it for 15 minutes. Because I think it's been approximately 5. I unlock the door, step through, and take off my winter coat. You do know this is totally against the rules, though, right? Dominic will freak if he finds out. Well, I'm not telling if you're not. Hey, I've got your back. I'm always open for some rule breaking, especially if it pisses off Douchnik. Here, stay here and cover him up. I'll make sure the coast is clear. Thank you, Max. I really appreciate your help. So does little Vegemite. Vegemite? Suddenly, I hear rustling from the kitchen. I try to sneak a bit closer. That's when I see Dominic's hand pushing the door open. Crap. I've only got a moment to figure out what to do before he comes out here. Count to 35 before coming back in. I slam the door on Sally, shoving her back outside. Now what to do? Okay. Let's see. Realistically speaking, probably would want to go with the pretend you're skipping class option, but we're still going to go and let the dice roll decide what happens. So a 2, we're going to roll 3 times though. A 6. And let's see what the third roll is. This will decide everything. A 2 again. So ask for rules clarification. Well, I know Douchnik likes to talk rules. Maybe I can distract him. Oh, hey, is that you, Dominic? Just the RA I wanted to see. Max, what are you still doing here? Get to class. Yeah, in a second. I was wondering about the noise rule. Can you explain it? I mean, what if I'm not doing anything all that loud? What is this? A wind up? Wind up, I think, actually. Yeah, probably wind up. You know damn well what the rule is. No loud noises after 10 Sunday through Thursday, midnight on weekends. Which means just Friday and Saturday. Why not just midnight every day, though? I've managed to get Dominic looking at me as I maneuver him so that his back's to the door. Are you trying to be stupid? People need to get their sleep for class. Sally opens the door quietly, seeing Dominic and I talking. She starts trying to sneak in. It's not a complex... Oh, hey, Sally, what are you doing back? Oh, I forgot a book for class. Oh, is something wrong with your jacket? No, nothing. Hey, we were having a conversation here. I just wanted to be able to practice a bit later. Is that so wrong? Douchnik rounds on me again and starts talking about the benefits of study and getting the proper amount of sleep. Sally sprints up the stairs, giving me a reproachful glare on the way. I almost blew it there. Alright, I get it. I guess the rule makes sense. Look, I gotta get to class. Yes, you do. I'm glad you're asking me about the rules rather than just breaking them, Max. It shows some maturity. I ignore Dominic on my way out the door. I'll have to check on Sally later. Nope, and another event. Crap. I shouldn't have checked my email. One of my professors wants to see me after class. This is never good. See me after class is right up there with we need to talk for bad indicators. I guess I could always just avoid the whole thing, but Professor Tassik's temper is pretty legendary. If I miss the appointment, who knows what I'll do. Okay, so this doesn't really matter, I'm pretty sure. So, 3 roll of the dice, because why not? 6, that would be a skip it. 5, that would also be a skip it. And a 3, which would be a play event. But I dropped my dice on the floor, so let me go and pick those back up. And because it was a 3, we shall play the event. I suppose there's nothing for it. I'll just have to go. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. I try to keep my head down during class and afterwards head over to the professor's office. Professor, you wanted to see me? Ah, Max, exactly on time. If only you were this diligent in class. I hate it when he grimaces at me like that. Looks like he's trying to dissect me. Looking around, I notice there's another student already here. At least she's not trying to kill me with her eyes. Yeah, sorry, Professor. Well, that's just short for Professor. Well, anyway, to the matter at hand. You both know I've been helping out the sociology department lately, right? Well, one of the other professors is running an experiment. She wanted me to give a few of my students a little questionnaire. You don't have to, but I'll give you a bit of extra credit for your trouble. I have no problem filling out a questionnaire, Professor. The girl looks at me, waiting on my response. She notices me looking back at her a little vacantly and blushes, looking away. Guess I have that effect on all of the ladies. Thank you, Carmen. And you, Max? It's not like you couldn't use the credit with your grades. There's that damn glare again. Yeah, sure, I'll fill the thing out. The professor nods like he hadn't expected any less. He hands us the papers without further comment. There are a few questions on the paper, mostly about my college life. I fill in most of it pretty easily. The last question gives me pause, though. Your fellow student has obtained the answer for the next test. They plan on using them, as do several others. They offer you the chance to use them as well. There is no chance for you to be caught using the answers. Do you use them on the test? Okay, I believe essentially all those other questions I think are essentially designed just to be questions for the sake of questions. This is really what the questionnaire is asking, more than likely. But of course, we don't know what the other questions were, but I would assume this is probably the actual question that's important here. So, triple roll the dice, because again, why not? 6 would be a no. 5, okay, really? Would also be a no. Let me guess, next I'm going to get a 3. No, I got a 6, okay. So we would answer no. Okay, this is about the most obvious trick I've ever seen. I mark down no and hand the paper back in. There may be hope for you yet, boy. Thanks, Professor. He can't be serious. Hell yes, I'd use those answers, but I'm sure as hell not telling him that. Yeah, I'm sure as hell not telling him that. That'll be all, Max. Have a good day. I have to admit it. It was nice not to be glared at as I get out for a change. Okay. Take a nap. Go to the pub. Go to class. Football. Oh, okay, here we go. This makes no sense. Gah! Doesn't it just figure? I finally decided to do my homework and now I can't figure out how to do this one. Nah, I'm just gonna give this up as a bad idea. Everything alright in here? Wait. Max studying? Wait, maybe I walked into Anne's room on accident. Shut up, douchebag. Who asked you? Could you blame me for being shocked, slacker? Did you call me, Dominic? What? Oh, sorry, no, I was just giving Slacker here a hard time. Oh, studying, Max. Good for you. See? She knows how to encourage a guy, douchenick. Still, the last thing I need is these two breathing down my necks. Breathing down my necks. Apparently Max has multiple necks. Yeah. I could always ask for help, I guess. Okay. Triple roll the dice. 6. Let me guess, a 5. No, a 3. And let's see what the third roll is. A 1. So we'll be playing the event. Alright, you two chuckle nuts. If you're going to hang around, make yourselves useful already. I throw my worksheet at Dominic, who looks over the problem, while Anne looks at it over his shoulder. Wow, that is a tough one. Oh, I didn't know you were taking this class, Max. Okay, I think I see how this is supposed to go. It's a logic question, basically. No, I think that's a trick question, right? I mean, that statement is fallacious, isn't it? You think? No, it seems pretty straightforward to me. Yeah, it's probably one of those things that you guys are saying. Feel free to just go ahead and write down the answer once you've got it. I'll be out back with a beer if you need me. I actually got halfway to the stairs from the second floor before they pulled their head out of my book. Nice try, jackass. Max, come on, you can do this. Okay, so we can get Dominic to help us. We can get Anne to help us. Honestly, we're not on the best of terms with Dominic, so he has no real reason, in my opinion, to help us. We got a 6. Should be Anne. We got a 5, which would be Anne. Let me guess, a 3? No, a 6. So, Anne shall help us. Relation with Anne is going above what our relation with Sally is. Meh. It'll get better later, I'm sure. I turn back around and head back into my room. As I pass them, I pluck my workbook out of Dominic's hands with one hand and put my other arm around Anne's waist, pulling her into my room with me. Alright, Anne, you think this is a trick or something? Help me out here. She gives me a reproachful look and pulls my hand away. Come on, Max, you can do this. Just get a bit serious. And don't bother with this slacker. Let him sink on his own. It's fine, Dominic. I've got this. Yeah, she's got this. What? Dominatrix? Dominatrix? Really? Feel free to buzz off. Max. Whatever. Now I'm out of here. Dominic storms off as Anne shakes her head at me. He really is trying to help. I just think you're better at making this stuff seem enjoyable, Anne. It's certainly a lot nicer to go over it with you here. She blushes for a moment, but tries to cover it by looking over my workbook. Okay, here's where you start from. Together we go over the problem from a couple of different angles, finally coming to the correct answer. And then that would give you this, right? Exactly, Max. I knew you could get it. You're not as dumb as people like to think. Heh. Thanks, I think. She blushes cutely again. Don't worry about it, Anne. Thanks for the help. I'm proud of you for asking for help in studying, Max. She leaves my room with a wave while I go back to the rest of my worksheet. I suppose homework is good for something, after all. And another... Wait, what? Friday? I thought we were on maybe Wednesday. Okay. Ugh, why is it my alarm on? I could have sworn I set it on time, damn it! I fly through my room, picking out a quick outfit to wear today. I look at the clock. If no one's in the way, I might be able to grab a shower. If there's one downside to having 5 roommates and only one actual bathroom, it's early morning traffic. With everyone's class schedules, people always seem to be coming or going in the morning. Of course, this means plenty of opportunities for mishaps if you're that kind of guy, which, for the record, I'm not, I swear. Well, not often. Barely ever. Now that Dushnik hasn't laid down the law anyway. He pretty much threatened to take me to jail himself if he got so much as one complaint. And that's why I'm so mad I overslept this morning. It just ruins everyone's schedule. If someone's in there, it could cause me to be late. It's almost not worth the hassle. I mean, I'm not going to say I've never gone to class without a shower before. Though a quick sniff tells me I'm going to have to sit far away from people if I decide to skip it today. Okay, play the event. I think this event is an Isabella event. I think. however. I don't actually recall. Oh, and there goes my timer. I could cut it here. I kind of want to. Leave you guys hanging, wondering, what's gonna happen next? Do I want to do that? Seems kind of like a douche move. You know what? I am going to, however. I'm going to leave you guys hanging here. You'll get to find out on the next episode of Roommates, which is going to be 2 weeks from now, of course, because this series alternates with Chaos Head for the most part, except for today being the exception to that rule. But yeah, I'm actually going to go and cut it here. So, as always, like, favorite, comment, subscribe, share, and I will see you guys next time. Until then, goodbye and farewell.